you took these down because they couldn't be within the 20-foot right away?
I never touched those. I've never
Your
touched
wife?
them. I don't
remember
think.
that.
I've never touched them. I've never seen her touch them.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Okay, no problem. It's a 20-foot easement here, shared driveway, and you know that. You can't block the 20-foot shared driveway. Chris, you know that. You know that.
There were ruts here. You were not maintaining it. We have a right to maintain it.
You don't have a right to block entrance to our property.
Chris, you know that. You know that.
We'll find out.
I could care less whether you maintain this. I really don't care. What I care is you can't block the access to the property, and you know that.
Lawyer actually surveyed the property again, and you can have this. You know, and it affects the Burfords too because they don't. They're actually their driveway is on our property.
It's a right. Theirs is a right of way also.
No, well, why is
Yeah.
There's a right? No, their driveway.
Bottom line is you
on my
can't block
property.
the right of way.
What?
You can't block it.
This is a shared.
You're blocking our right of way.
Is it in our deeds, Kim?
You here, take this.
I don't need
Here you
it.
go.
I don't care what your surveyor says. We have ours.
No, this is the city's lawyer. The city lawyer says they resurveyed it and they said, I am to maintain it.
You can't block it.
Here,
Maintaining and
Have a
blocking.
copy of it.
I don't want a copy of it.
have a copy of it.
I don't
Don't
want
you want
a
to know
copy
what
of
the
it.
city's
Can't
attorney
maintain.
says? Since you're shaking.
So if
I'm
you
sorry
want
you're so
access,
nervous
why
about
do
this
you
because your
do
I'm
husband's
not
an
nervous.
asshole.
I'm actually
You're
hungover.
already
Yeah,
blocking
your
my
husband's an
access.
asshole.
Oh, that's nice.
Instead of just saying, hey, can I do this? You don't. You don't say anything to me.
And
That's
you
all it
called the
took.
police?
You called the police on us.
Not
what?
You-
once? Oh, for trimming the shrubbery? Or,
For going on our property?
okay, well, anyway. And again, the Burford's Road is not on their property. They do
We're
not.
not even- why are you talking to me about them?
The road is on my property.
Why are you
So
talking to me about them?
If you're wanting to start this war, they're going to have to carve a new driveway.
Never ever had a problem with you maintaining this. Ever. The problem is. I
You
don't want
guys can
people on
carve
the
a new
property.
driveway because you're on my
That's it.
property.
So you can go over 10 feet. That's in our deeds.
Doesn't matter.
You know that.
How am I letting people on your property?
You're standing on my
You said I
property
called the
right
police.
now.
I called the police because there's people with flashlights over on the property.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, then what's the problem? Should I not call the police if somebody's on the property? It's not that you went over 10 feet. I don't care. It's what you're not getting.
No, I'm not. You're right, I'm not. People with flashlights over there, and you think it's us?
I didn't say that, did I?
I don't
never
know.
said to the police, go over to their house. They're on the property. That never happened.
We weren't over there with flashlights.
Didn't say you were.
Well, then why did you call the police?
Because there was people on the property. I mean, what is it? I'm speaking plain English.
So
There's people on
why
the
do you
property.
call the governor's office?
Because
Let's talk about that.
Because you're using your DEP status.
No, and you know that's not the truth.
Every communication you have communicated, I'm a manager with DEP.
I have not done that.
It's in writing, Kim, on your emails.
This is harassment. You are
I
harassing
don't
me.
have the right to maintain my property.
You don't have a right to deny me the enjoyment of my property
Nobody is.
and to deny me my job.
How am I
Calling
denying you your
after
property?
the governor's office trying to get my job.
I just gave you the wrong person.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did. And so I'm glad that you admitted that because actually, originally I thought it was Mr. Edwards had done it. But it turns out it was
Did do
you.
it also.
Mr. Edwards did it also.
I don't care whether you know this, Kim. Do you think I really
Mr.
care?
Edwards did it also? He denied doing it. So now you tell me Mr. Edwards did it also. Okay, so that's something I can use for my next.
Fantastic. You know, you two are so pissed off at the world for some reason, and all I ask is, if you want to mow over here 10 feet like our deed
So why
says,
do you complain
can.
about my pets and not the Canterbury's pets? The Canterburys
Sure I
live
have.
closer to you.
Sure I have.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well then why do their roosters still crow?
That's right. Call Mr. Woodall on that.
Well, why don't you do it?
I already
We
did
have.
a complaint on you and them.
And so why do they still have roosters that crow?
How can I answer that? You'd have to ask Mr. Woodall. Because they're not going out to enforce anything because of the coronavirus. Are you that dumb that you don't understand that?
Okay.
So you want to think that they weren't complained on? Call Mr. Woodall. He'll tell you. Call Mr. Brickle.
Ask the Canterburys.
You make friends wherever you go.
Who
That's the
in
other
their
way
right
around.
mind thinks that the neighbors should listen to roosters going 24 hours a day?
I don't have any roosters. They're in Rain County.
Why would you think that?
My roosters are in Wayne County. I
So
have
the
no
complaint was
roosters.
filed, you moved your roosters, and that's that.
My roosters in the fall.
So what's the problem?
We
So why
also
are you
know
allowed-
that you've written to the mayor and told lies.
About what? What did I lie about?
Why
Chickens
aren't
are
you
bringing
maintaining
predators
this?
into the neighborhood.
Benji's got it on
There were
film.
foxes going down his driveway in his
Nice
camera.
blast coming right down through here. I've
And-
killed 2 coyotes, brought them over to Mr. Brickle, and I've killed 2 coyotes and 2 foxes in the last 6 months.
Hey, get back.
Right on that gas right there.
And it causes ADHD in your kids.
Why would that cause? Why would predators cause ADHD?
That's what I'm wondering. That
But
was
your letter said that your child has ADHD,
does.
and that's why
I did-
they
no,
had to
you
get
No.
Read
rid.
it again.
Jeez,
It
people.
doesn't say that anything caused his ADHD. What it says is he has ADHD and his bedroom's on this end of the house. So he can't sleep in his bedroom because he hears roosters every single
And there
morning.
are still roosters here, aren't there?
I can't do anything about that besides file a complaint.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad you're complaining about everyone and not just me.
So if you want to argue some points, understand what you're arguing about. There was complaints, 2 complaints filed against them. You can call Brickle and ask them. We went to meet with them because of it.
File a police
There was
report.
no complaint, a second one about you all. None. I've never gone to complain about a property issue. Never.
And the
Never
police
filed a
being
complaint
called,
against you two,
The
except
police
for the
being
rooster.
called 3 times.
I never called the police 3 times.
You have had 3 calls to the police. Once when I was originally when we were trimming the grass or trimming the brush. I have the dates. I have the police report.
I'm happy for you.
This is
No,
harassment.
it's not. Me maintaining my property.
You
I have a
calling
right
the
to do
police for frivolous reasons is harassment.
that. You can file the charges.
We'll call the police.
So go for it, man. I don't care. There is no talking to you guys.
That's exactly how I feel about you. That's exactly how I feel about
If there's
you.
only one complaint that was filed against you, and you guys took care of that. I have not filed another complaint against you all. Not one. And you know that.
No, I don't.
All you have to do is call Brickle and Woodall. They'll tell you.
police were here 2 weeks ago.
The what?
The police were here and knocked on our door 2 weeks
For what?
People with flashlights, I guess.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, they said it was you, so I
can't
guess I
tell.
shouldn't trust the police either.
You went to Brickle, and you said, we have a 20-foot shared driveway, which is in our deed. And there's no argument about that. None. I can't block yours.
You can't block ours.
We have to have access to each other's property. It's right in the deed. And you know that. So you're blocking my property. Why? I don't care if you want to mow over here. I don't. Never have. Never went and complained about you mowing over here. Or cutting trees. Or any of that. Never. The only thing I did is I went and asked, what is the decision of the ordinance officer on a shared driveway? And he told me. And that was it. every right to complain about roosters. You don't hear me revving my motorcycles all day long, revving up my car, my dog barking nonstop. You don't hear any of that from me because I have a little courtesy of the neighbors. But for you to sit over here and them to sit over here with roosters going back and forth all day long, that means to me you don't give a shit. And you don't.
There are no roosters here now.
That's fine. And no one's filed a complaint against you about it. Or a false complaint. I have filed a complaint against them. I went and met with Woodall and Brickle 2 weeks ago. And the response I got is, we can't do anything about it now because we're not doing anything unless it's extremely important because of the coronavirus. I mean, that's common knowledge. So if you just came over and said, hey, we want to put something up here because our car keeps bottoming out, whatever, but you haven't. I didn't call the police on you. I called the police on because there was somebody on this property.
They're just knocking on our door.
Then I don't care. So I do what Brickle tells me to do. If somebody goes on that property, you need to call the police because it's trespassing. So that's what I do, because that's what he told me to do. That's what he told me the way to handle it. If they come here and you say it's not me, I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care.
Okay, we'll finish putting up your thing.
So you say nothing. You say nothing. You don't come to us, send us, your wife's putting all sorts of notes out and has in the mailboxes and on sticks. Why not do that and say, hey, why don't we solve this? I want to build something here. Are you okay with that? But you don't. You have every right to do this, but not block the property. And you know that. It says it right there. And Brickle made a ruling on that because your wife went and talked to him. This isn't me accusing you of anything. Nothing's got it, Chris. So
So put up your fence.
I'm going to because this is maintaining this property. So if you want to play games, we can continue to play games. I have way more money than you do.
Okay.
Way more money.
You might have a little more than you think.
I don't care because I don't think about you. What I think about is, this is our property. This is your property. We have a shared piece of property here. And no one's complained about you mowing and maintaining and doing whatever it is you want to do. But you can't block access to this property. That's it. It's the only thing you can't do. Would you agree with that? I'm sure you would agree with it because you're very familiar with our deeds. I'm sure you would have to agree with that. You can't block this. Remember your wife came down and accused me of blocking because I had the truck here when I was putting these signs up, and she accused me of blocking the right of way. You remember that part? You and I were down here talking.
Why, if nobody's allowed to block it, why are you blocking it?
If you're going to do it, we can both do it, right? We can both keep going on this.
Oh, okay. Well, then
That's
we're
rational.
then we're happy.
I'll say, how about this? If I take these down, are you going to take these down?
No,
Then we can both play this game.
that's okay. Your thing helps hold up my wall. That's
That's
okay.
wonderful.
Good.
I'm not touching you.
Okay. Well, I guess we're both happy the way the situation's turned out.
No, because it's going to keep going. There's going to continue to be a wall put up here. It's just going to keep going.
You can put a wall up on your property. It doesn't bother me.
The issue is, Scott, is for some reason you want to end up in court, or Chris, I'm sorry. You want to end up in court for some reason over you just not blocking the property. That's all it takes. That's it. You can't block access to this property. So if I can't get a truck in here or something, I have every right to come here and make sure that I can have access to it. It's written in black and white in our deed. Right? You know that.
I haven't read the deed recently, and
You should.
I'm not doing this on your camera. I'm not debating legal points on camera.
I'm not going to argue with you, Scott, because I'm telling you, or Chris, I'm telling you how it is. I had no problem with you mowing and trimming and doing whatever the hell you wanted to do over here, because you have the right in the deed. But for some reason, you think I'm constantly complaining about you, and I'm not. I don't care. I don't want roosters, and I want people on the property. That's it. That's all. But you can't get that through your thick head. You're a college-educated man, just like I am. But you can't get that through your head. It's very simple English, very simple thought process. You don't see me going over onto your property to do anything. Nothing. I don't maintain that side, which I could. You don't see me stacking shit on that side because I want to maintain this. So where does it stop? Do I build a wall this tall? Because we can?
Go ahead.
That's the thought process of a college-educated man right there. That's your thought process. Go ahead.
It's your property. You can build what you want on it.
I'm talking about this road, you dipshit. I'm talking about this 20-foot easement. And you still can't get it. Even when I repeat it 5 times,
Yes, it's rather condescending.
then make the light bulb go off in your head. Go and read the deed. We have the same goddamn deeds. It's 20 feet. You can't get access. Well, I got premium for it. I don't want to go in that direction. It's just going to be a waste of time and money.
Yep.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. We have a 20-foot shared driveway here. Not an easement, a shared driveway
Okay.
by, indicated by Mr. Brickle.
Okay.
We were both given the opportunity to maintain this 20-foot. However we so choose because it's in our deeds.
Okay.
But you cannot block access to the other person's property. This is my property, that's their property.
Okay.
So with these timbers, they're blocking the access to my property.
Okay, so you're putting this up.
Because if we're gonna block property, then we'll block it all.
If y'all don't care to go up there, these officers are going to talk to y'all. Are you